So what we are trying to say is, when the universe is driven towards infinity, the universe tends towards zero. So when the universe is driven towards infinity, the universe is driven towards zero. In the sense, when the pressure and temperature and the volume, you are trying to go towards infinite levels of the universe, the something one. The pressure, when you are trying to move towards infinity, the pressure, as though this graph is bending and bringing it back towards zero. So what we have is an expanding universe. What are the chances of it reaching the infinite levels? Obviously, it has three options: the volume, pressure, and the temperature. And there is no way that the universe or the expanding universe can reach infinite levels using volume, because by definition volume is infinite. By definition volume is finite. Volume is equal to A into B into C. It is in cubic meter. Moment you say volume, it is finite, it cannot be infinite. So to say that the universe is expanding and it is going to a larger value and that is infinity is not really the infinity. So what are the other options? It is then only to pressure and temperature. So when you have pressure as infinite, obviously volume will have to be zero. Now let that concept sink a bit. When you have expanding universe, the only way it can reach infinity is when the volume is zero. When the expanding universe wants to reach infinite levels, the volume will have to be zero. This suggests that the whole universe is cyclical in nature. Otherwise, this is not possible. In an expanding universe, volume being zero is not possible. So we can put it in a simple terms that when universe tends to infinity, universe is driven into nothingness. And we are obviously saying that the universe tends to infinity, so I can replace universe with infinity, which means when universe is driven into nothingness, infinity is driven into nothingness. Now, when the infinity is driven into nothingness, nothingness contains infinity. In the sense, infinity is inside nothingness. So, which does say or imply that the nothingness now has the capacity to create infinity, because now infinity is inside nothingness. That is why it is said as infinity is equal to 1 by 0, because nothingness can create infinity. But that doesn't mean that infinity is equal to 0, because to reach nothingness, it is not a simple thing that you can reach nothingness. To reach nothingness, first you must reach infinity. Only you have infinite levels of the universe, which is infinite pressure and infinite temperature and zero volume. That is when you reach nothingness. So let us see what happened to the Big Bang and the nothingness. Obviously, nothingness we had 0 is equal to 0, and at Big Bang we had 0 is equal to infinity. What we are suggesting here is that at this particular point, which is basically nothingness and by the side Big Bang, 0 and infinity are coexisting. So to begin with, we had said that our universe model is 1 and 0. So to create our universe, you need nothingness and something. And when this something reaches infinite energy, is when you can create the universe out of nothingness and infinite energy, because this one is reaching infinite energy. And we had said that nothingness contains infinity when the universe is reaching infinite energy, which means that I can replace infinite energy with nothingness. In the sense, you can create universe out of nothingness. Literally, you can create universe out of nothing. Earlier we used to say that to create a universe, you need to have infinite energy. But it's not necessary now to have infinite energy. If you have nothingness, that is a sufficient model, because nothingness has the capacity to create infinity. And that is why we possibly say as Maya, miracle, wherein you can create this whole universe out of nothingness. That doesn't mean that, we have nothing and suddenly you can be a billionaire. The concept of nothingness, you need to understand that you need to remove everything possibly in the universe that you can think of, energy, space and time. Only then you reach the universe, the nothingness. But you cannot just reach nothingness just like that. To reach nothingness, the whole universe has to breach the infinite levels of pressure and temperature. So what we are trying to say here is that the zero has the power to create the universe. But to reach zero, the universe needs to reach infinity. And that is why possibly the Indian astronomers or mathematicians or philosophers express their interest so much in finding out what is this about zero and infinity. Because understanding infinity, you need to go back to zero, because zero has the capacity to create infinity. 0 is equal to 1 divided by infinity. Now, one may say that, when you write something like this, 0, 1, 2, 3, infinity, how can 0 be equal to infinity? When you put that in the linear sense, of course it is not equal to infinity. But when you put it as a cyclical term, when the universe tends towards infinity, since the universe is cyclical, this universe is tending towards 0. Now, you can also put it in a more physical form. If we have an outsider observing what is happening here, this something or the universe that we have is shrouded in nothingness. So for an outsider, what he sees is just nothingness. So you have the something inside nothingness, and it is coming into existence and it is going out of existence. For an outsider, he would never feel or take a look at this something being formed. So that is why we call possibly that this world the universe is all Maya. You can create it out of nothingness. Now let us see how this affects our understanding about multiverse, and that is what we wanted to study about. So what we are saying is, this is what the model that we had, the something which is expanding into nothingness. What we are trying to say is that this universe is not just single universe, there are multiple universes. So let us for a moment assume that there are multiple universes possible or multiverses possible. So we are going to split them into many universes. Now let us assume one of these universes goes kaput. It goes out of existence. But the other universe is existing. It is still there. So when the other universe is existing, something is existing. When something is existing, you are not reaching nothingness at all. And for you to create universe, nothingness is basic minimum. So in this particular model, multiverse is not a possible thing. But who knows what are the ways of the creator? As long as the model of the universe is the universe exists or the universe does not exist, the multiverse is not possible. One may say it is so simple, how is it possible that there could be any other model? But you never know what are the ways of the model. The creator may have some other models of universe where it is possible that the multiverse could be existing. But otherwise, with the model that we have, multiverse may not be possible. I hope it was interesting enough. Thanks for watching.